What's up, YouTube? Once again, you're in the kitchen with Paul. And today, on today's episode, we're going to do a honey garlic chicken. Honey garlic chicken, you say? That's something new. Yes, it is. I haven't been on here in quite a while. And you know what? After watching some videos on YouTube, I got the itch again. It's time for me to get this channel really working again. So, I want to give thanks to Essen Recepti. I hope I'm saying her name right. She's from Germany. On her site it says, just call me Sophie. But this is her recipe, I believe. I'm assuming that it's her recipe because she got 29 million hits on it. So, I think it's pretty good. I've tried it, and I believe that it's worth the recipe that she gave it. So today, on In the Kitchen with Paul, honey garlic chicken. Stay tuned. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get some garlic and we're going to chop it up. I'm getting 6 pieces. As you can see, I keep my garlic in water. Keeps it fresh longer. So I'm not gonna cut it up with a knife. I'm just gonna use a little Cuisinart. And just like that, all of our garlic is chopped up. Just a quick tip, when you're cutting chives, wrap them up in a little wet paper towel. Holds them together so that when you begin to cut them, you don't have to worry about them coming apart. Mixed in with your chives either. That should be enough. All right. The next thing that we have to do is we have to season our chicken, which will be a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, now, what you got to do is you got to rub the salt and pepper in. Get it in all them nooks and crannies. Now it's going to flavor up your chicken real good. All right. Now, I just want to apologize to you folks for not being out here for so long. Pandemic really roughed me up. Not that I got sick. I got tired of working. I got lazy. When you're in the house doing absolutely nothing, if you noticed, I switched hands. I didn't want to touch the chicken or put my fingers into the salt and pepper with the same hand that I've been massaging the chicken with. So you massage the chicken, let that sit for about a half hour, let it marinate. You know, I forgot one more thing before you let it marinate. Got a little bit of flour. You want to have a light dusting of flour on your chicken breast. Nothing too heavy. Let it shake off. And that's what you want. flour on your chicken. And what that is going to do is it's going to act as a thickener. When you start to cook your food down, this is going to be a thickener. And it's going to let your sauce turn into a nice glaze. Now you can let your chicken rest. And that will set it up so that the flour will not come off of the chicken. I'll be back. Okay, my pan is ready. It's actually not a pan, it's a huge pot, but it's okay. But what it stops is it stops all the splatter from happening. And I don't need all that splatter so I can clean off my stove. I don't need all of that. So I just use something with some high sides and it keeps all the splatter pretty much inside the pot. Now, that just ripped off of there. When you grab your chicken, grab the thick side. That way it won't rip off. Heat is on high. We're going to allow those to go about 3 to 4 minutes aside on high heat in order for it to form a crust on there. We'll be back. All right, here we go. It's been 4 minutes. Take each one of these, put it in the corner like so. Because when you throw your garlic in, it's going to go right there. So we're going to let it go 4 minutes on that side. While it's going on that side, where did I get this recipe from? Well, I got this recipe from a German lady by the name of Essen Rezept. I have no idea who she is, where she's from. Her YouTube channel did this actual recipe. I believe she is the originator of the recipe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But Essen Rezept, on her site, she says just call her Sophie. When she did this recipe, she had 29 million hits on this recipe. So I figured, what the hey, 29 million, maybe I can get 50,000. So I want to thank Miss Sophie from Germany for putting this recipe on, and from there we'll see if we can get, like I said, 50,000 from this. I would love that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be back when the chicken's ready. All right, 2 minutes in. On the other side, put the chicken. And what we want to do is we want to turn down the heat to medium, because we don't want the chicken to overcook. And then we put our garlic in. We allow our garlic to get fragrant, but we don't want it to overcook. We definitely don't want it to overcook. Garlic is the one ingredient that is unforgiving. And you see the chicken is kind of sticking a little bit right now. When it's ready, it will release from there. You don't have to force the chicken. You see that? You let go. If you force the chicken, then it's going to rip. But when you don't force the chicken, Voila, no whipping. Okay. And we're going to cook down this garlic. Just let it start to get brown. Let it start to get brown. Don't want it too brown. Like I said, medium heat. We'll be back. Okay, you ready for the honey? What you want is a quarter cup of honey. I'm just gonna freehand it. That's about a quarter cup. And like I said, you have this on medium heat, so it's going to warm the honey up, but it's not gonna scald it. Then you also want a quarter cup of soy sauce. Actually, 1/8 of a cup. Eighth of a cup of vinegar. All this to melt together. And so it glazes up a little bit and gets a little bit smooth. All right, before I was so rudely interrupted, this is what happens when you make YouTube videos on your phone. If somebody gives you a phone call, cuts off your video. So what I was saying was I was putting one more pat of butter in to smooth out the sauce, make it much more of a glaze. And we're just gonna let this come down a little bit. And once it comes down a little bit, then that's gonna be the glaze for our chicken. It's pretty much almost done now. All you gotta do is just let the glaze cook down, put the chives on top, you're good to go. Okay, such an important part of this is you want to spoon the juice and just keep depositing it over your chicken. And what that does is it allows it to get into the nooks and crannies. This chicken is going to be unbelievable. But the most important part is you don't want to overcook it. So make sure you check your chicken. If it goes over 160, it means it's time to get it out of there. See that? 162. That chicken is cooked. It's done. You don't want it to go too much further over that because it's going to start to get dry. So this chicken, we're going to take out of here. Look at that. Beautiful. And we just allow the sauce to get a little bit thicker. See that? It's like a glaze now, almost. It's allowed to get a little bit thicker, and it'll be ready. All right, the sauce is cooked down now. This is how you know that your sauce is ready. Take your spoon. You see that? You see how it doesn't close up right away? That means your sauce is at the right consistency to pour over the top of your chicken. All right, we good to go now. All right, we are pretty much ready. Take some of our sauce and we do this here. Wee. Woo. Yes. Some of that sauce on there. Oh yeah. See how it gets all in those nooks and crannies there? That's exactly what you want. And now all that's left to do is you grab your chives. Oh, picture perfect, baby. Picture perfect. How about that there? I want to thank Miss Sophie from Germany for putting this recipe out there. There you go. Honey garlic chicken cut into a crosshatch. Ooh, buddy, that looks good. And we're gonna try a piece. All right, YouTube, you know how we do. Had to get a little piece, see how it tastes. It's got the sauce on there. Let's see. Wow. First of all, the most important part, the chicken is not overdone. And that's really important because you don't want dry chicken. The sweetness from the honey, the soy sauce, giving it a little salty flavor. The vinegar, giving it that bite to offset the sweetness. This is definitely a good, great chicken recipe. So that's how it goes. I have to say, Sophie, you did a good job. And hopefully I did a good job showing you how to do this so you can do this honey garlic chicken. I'm going to throw it over some rice, maybe some string beans or something simple for our dinner. But definitely one to keep in the repertoire. Once again, I want to thank everybody that stayed till the very end. I appreciate you. I might even go as far as to say I love you. You know, I love you with the love of Jesus. Okay? But there's 3 things I have to tell you before I get out of here. First is to always keep God first in your life. Second is to love your family. And third, you got to love yourself. So, this is In the Kitchen with Paul. Me, I'm Paul. I thank you for being here. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends. Peace, y'all. I'm out.